Yeah, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. The world will keep you humble. You know what I mean? All right, so today we're going to take a look at an aircraft that's included in the Deluxe Edition. And I actually just noticed it today. So we are going to have a look at the HU-16 Albatross. This is a post-World War II amphibious aircraft used for a variety of different purposes, both Coast Guard and U.S. Navy, other operators as well. We're going to give it a good look. So, first up, make sure that you take the pitot cover off. There is a clipboard located in the cockpit that will let you take care of the rest of the activities. However, you do need to remove the pitot cover, because then you'll take off and you will have an airspeed indicator, which is not good. All right, so let's just jumble up here onto the aircraft and take a look at the texturing here, see what this looks like. All right, so again, this is included in the Deluxe Edition. And you see a little bit of dirt and grime here, particularly on the windscreen. The rest of the aircraft looks remarkably clean. These are chocks. And I did successfully taxi out. At any rate, kind of gives you an idea for the scale of the airplane. Good sized bird. So, excuse me. Prototype, maiden flight, October the 24th, 1947. So again, we did mention that this was a post-World War II era aircraft. The HU-16E was used by the United States Coast Guard from 1951 until 1983. It's all metal construction except for the fabric covered elevators and then the rudder. It has a deep V hull, as you can see. And the HU-16E variant was used by the Coast Guard with a slightly larger wing. Anyway. And I believe the nickname of this airplane was the Goat. Interesting. Specs. Wingspan 96 feet 8 inches. Aircraft length 61 feet 3 inches. Height 25 feet 10. And the aircraft is powered by two Wright R 1820 Cyclone 9-cylinder engines. About 1,425 horsepower each. Okay. 2,300 nautical miles on range and cruise speed of 145 knots. Let's jump in. Okay, in we go. All right, so I mentioned clipboard located pilot left. Click on the top of the clipboard. It will go up to the dash. And there we go. Boarding ladder. Chocks off. You can turn on and off the windshield refraction. So I'm just going to leave it on so you'll get the default experience here. We are going to do a Control E for a start here. I think this aircraft is really worthy of a good, solid, cold and dark start video. So I'm going to do that instead. But for today, we are going to do a Control E. Let's take a look at the built-in cameras. You're going to want to do some tweaks with these. So Shift 1 is solid. Shift 2 to the middle. Shift 3 to the co-pilot. Shift 4 middle lower console. Shift 5 to the floorboard with the hydraulic pump. 5 gives you a sort of a cross angle here. 6 takes you up top. Gives you some visibility with the fuel tank selectors, fuel pumps, throttle, mixture controls, all those fun things for getting the aircraft started are located here in middle console. All right. Shift 7 takes you sort of to a middle view. It's kind of straight on. So this would probably be what I would want to use if I was trying to start the aircraft from my cold and dark. So we'll revisit that. EFB tablet is located in the upper eyebrow too, so that's good. So yeah, so let's see, Shift 8 up top even further. 9 will take you to our generator start, and again, not everything is clickable in the aircraft. These are probably the exception. The breakers, I think, are all clickable, but you do have an APU starter that you can use. I'm going to do a Control E. Ourselves situated back on pilot point of view here. All right, so let's do a Control E here. You can hide and remove the yoke if you so choose. Excuse me. Operating speeds here noted for you. Flaps 15, 30, 40 speeds, cruise. Engine's coming up here. Good for a daylight flight here. Just jump outside. Again, really the nitpicky thing that I would offer would be the quality of the sound of the engine. But anyway, all right, let's take the parking brake off here, and we'll go ahead and start our taxi. I missed this. Anyway, I can see this one being a lot of fun. So the scenery we're using here today for our departure airport is freeware available on Flightsim.to. And this is Elizabeth City Coast Guard Station, located on the east coast of the U.S. Be the largest Coast Guard station on the East Coast. If you know otherwise, let me know in the comments. Anyway, it's fun. It's well modeled. Definitely worth the download. Not available if you're on Xbox. All right, so we're going to make our way out onto the active here. Differential braking is what you're going to use for ground control. You'll probably also use differential power on the engines. I'm going to take off despite the large excellent runway. Into the plane will you go. This would be the point in time where you would notice whether or not you left the pitot cover on. I'm saying this ever happened before. Never happened. Gear coming up. We'll climb out here. We'll make our way to the east. Okay, let's start our turn. Up outside. That looks really good and flies really nice. Does feel a little sluggish and heavy. I'm going to kick the rotors here hard so you can watch that. It does want to wash around a bit on you. That's good. At any rate, I think if you enjoy the Duck or the Goose or the Catalina PBY Freeware, you're really going to have some fun with this as well. Right, make our way over here, make our way across the Albemarle Sound. And we're at about 140 knots.
Don't have SPAD next turned on for my controls, so
Do that. Seems to be the thing that I forget to do on the regular. Let's see if we can turn it on. Recommended takeoff configuration for trim is slightly up. Experiment with that at your leisure. The documentation for the aircraft is very well done. So kudos to the Microsoft and Asobo for providing that for us in the Deluxe Edition. It's much appreciated. But give it a read. It's Adobe PDF document. It's 40 pages. With the last couple of pages being checklist-oriented kinds of fun things. At any rate, has an anchor, if you can deploy. And it does have superchargers, I believe, for operations above 10 or 12,000. Down the banks. It's outside viewage here. Sure if this aircraft can be purchased separately if you have the standard edition. $168 knots here. start slowing up. Okay, so we've got ourselves pointed toward Manio here. We're at about 5,600 feet. I'm being naughty with the transponder. Again, just doing a bit of a shakedown flight. We'll do a cold dark start. I think this one will be fun to take from off state to flight status. I'll have a short fly and a couple of ideas in terms of where. We can see Jockey's Ridge State Park from here. Large sand dune formation right off our 6th. The first flight would be in the vicinity, and then the island immediately off our 12 o'clock now is Manio. Most of the reactions that I have seen on the web are fairly positive for the airplane. There's multiple camps of folks in the sims. Say this so far so good. Makes me feel like I've gotten another aircraft here out of the Deluxe Edition. It's good. And we'll take a look at some of the premium Deluxe things as well. Didn't buy the Aviator Edition. Simply because I've already gotten so many aircraft already. I hear my friends laughing. Stop laughing. You know, you do too. Alright, so this bridge that we're coming up on is really one of the main ways you can get here by ground transportation from Virginia. Be up in the neighborhood of Duck Village here. Slightly south of Duckville. Anyway, you can tell this is a major bridge undertaking here. Remember when this one was built? The first trip to the Outer Banks here in North Carolina was probably at about age 5 with my grandparents. It's been a minute. Right around 2,000 feet. And since we're here, we might as well do a flyby. Jet skiing, water skiing, boating, fishing, kinds of fun things to do here. Come off the throttles here some. And I do know there are some obstructions around the airfield, so visitor center here at first flight, right off our bubble block. All right, altitude about 1,100 feet. Ground is fine for now. Don't want to jinx myself, but frame rates tonight look good. Few bandwidth issues last night on my live stream. Seem to be okay today. Hey, here we are. Welcome to First Flight. If you haven't flown out of this airfield, it's quite fun. We grabbed the lighthouse add-ins for the North and South Carolina coast and have a fun trip. Make our way back over here to the Sound. Jackie's Ridge State Park. I keep yammering about. So I do want to do our water landing before we get all the way down to Whalebone. There's a major highway artery / bridge that crosses the Sound here that we'll need to steer clear of. Okay, 500. Or 50. 400. 350. 300. Turn the aircraft with aileron. Putting those pontoons in the water. Friction on that side of the aircraft. Well, there we go. Look at that. Water landing and everything. I really think that you would enjoy the Grumman HU-16. Give it a shot. Again, the manual for this is quite extensive. It's a lot of fun. Looks good. Flies good. So it must be good. So is it sim-worthy? Absolutely. A lot of fun. Hate that I didn't take a look at it sooner. So, with that said, I hope everybody is keeping well. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe, comment. All those things help out the channel. I think we're going to leave it here. I do hope everybody is keeping well. And until next time, cheers, y'all.